I'm like, and then if you want the recipe, you smash the like button, like and subscribe. Welcome to Rustic Joyful Food. I'm Danielle Kartes. On today's show, we have Karlee Flores.
Hi.
Listen, this woman is near and dear to my heart. She is a very special friend. She's an incredible baker. And on this show, we make real food that makes you happy.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly what we're doing. We're making a cocktail. We're doing your impossibly tender yellow cake with Granny Thora's fudge frosting. It's just a really good time.
It is, and we're just baking with a friend. I feel like that's the vibe today.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited.
It's good. Okay, here.
Count the
We're going to
gloves.
go in with a lot. This is Sandra Lee style.
Yes.
Like an ounce of vodka. No, we're making a batch. Just makes multiple cocktails.
Yes, I love this.
You are going to measure just a splash of the pomegranate.
Okay.
Get it in there.
And why
Look
are we
at
using
that.
pomegranate instead of the...
When I was at the store last night shopping for this shoot, I didn't want to walk back to the cranberry juice aisle. And I was in the produce section and I was like, oh, let's actually just buy pomegranate juice, like yum. And then we have a whole bunch of lime juice.
Great.
I like stuff, I mean, that's a lot.
Super citrusy.
It has to be
that's
super
what I want.
citrusy. And then the dry curacao. This is the specialness. This is like...
Well, and can I tell you something?
gosh.
I'm a marketer's dream.
Yes.
I want anything that has a pretty label.
Exactly. And nobody's even sponsoring this. We're like, please
just
buy
like,
this.
yeah.
It's imported from France.
We like to do work for free.
Right? Exactly. So we're going to do a splash of this little guy. So it's not your traditional Cosmo. Maybe another splash.
Yeah.
Not your traditional Cosmo. And then will you please use the gorgeous...
Oh my gosh.
Is that not the cutest? Yes.
Okay.
And you have to have high-low brow because I did get this from the Goodwill. This did not come from the Goodwill.
No.
But my stirrer did. Boom. Let's do that.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Oh, he's so cute. I'm going to put one lime down
Who
inside. And then one cute little limey on the side of them.
Oh.
Look at, and it smells so good. And now we're going to drink while we bake.
There's no better way.
There's no better way. Okay, so I taste freedom.
Patriotism.
I taste the ability to vote as a woman. So this is the thing. My vodka, grapefruit and pomelo vodka, it
totally
so smooth, easy to drink. So you've got this bright citrus in the vodka, and it doesn't taste like the trashy vodka. You know how there's flavored vodka that's trashy?
Yes.
It's not this.
It is not that.
You can order this. We ship to 34 states. Lucy, come in.
Come in. I want to try it.
This is not your old school, I'm 22 at a gross bar where your shoes are sticking to the floor. Cosmo. One more drink. Okay, so the first thing we're doing, we're making Karlee's cake.
That's right.
Listen to her.
Okay, so it's actually, even though it comes off this really like soft, moist, crummy cake, it is actually very basic in what we're making.
Super basic.
We're not reverse creaming or anything like that. We're just sifting our dry ingredients together. Right here we have baking soda, baking powder, flour, and salt.
Yeah.
And we're gonna set that aside for later.
And the cool thing is, while you guys were talking, I cracked eggs.
You did, yeah. So what we're gonna need is 3 egg yolks plus 2 whole eggs.
Yes. And the cool part about this is the egg yolks they just add this silkiness. It's extra fat, number one. But it makes this batter so much fun. So I'll get you to creaming
so
that.
Rich.
And I'm gonna choose 2 gorgeous eggs for you. I feel like we should use this cute little olive egg. And then absolutely this little beige bad boy. Very adorable. Put these back here. And crack the eggs on in, get that going. We're gonna cream the butter and sugar, and then we're gonna stream in some oil. And this is gonna do a couple of cool things, and she's gonna show you.
So butter gives great structure and flavor, but what we're wanting is a really soft batter.
Like the cakes of yesteryear. I don't care what anybody says, I'm chasing the high of box cake.
Yes,
That's
me too.
what I'm chasing. People want to be like, oh, I'm so bougie, I'm a baker. This is wonderful. I want to be a bougie baker too.
It's just dry.
We are chasing the high of a box
That's
cake.
exactly right. So once that gets going, we're gonna slowly stream in the oil.
Yeah.
Which is gonna give that really moist texture.
And this is the thing. A lot of people think like, oh, I want an all butter cake. That's awesome. There's so many cakes out there that are all butter. You have to add oil because butter is actually anywhere from just 80 to 90% fat. And there's anywhere from 5 or 10% water. A lot of people don't know that. So when you add the oil, that's pure fat. And that helps the cake stay moist in a different way.
Yes, it does. And then also when you think about butter, the consistency of butter in a fridge is really, really hard. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna chill the cake, it's gonna go back to a harder consistency. So adding the
That's good.
oil with the butter, you're getting the best of both worlds. You're gonna do this until it's really light and pillowy. It's gonna be like 5 minutes of beating. This is just the beginning, and it's gonna look kind of like this, where it's like kind of easily dropping off. You're gonna see that classic V shape.
Oh.
But we're gonna beat this until it becomes light, fluffy, gelatinous almost.
Gelatinous. I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
So we're gonna have some
Gel
time
it
on
up,
this.
baby. Okay.
So now this is gonna take forever.
So now we drink.
Okay, I think this is it. So we have the 3 egg yolks.
Actually, probably should have
Yeah.
just put this inside here.
I love it.
That would be smart. These are like healthy little farm eggs, so their shells don't crack off.
Fun? Yeah, that's a good tip.
Boom. I love it.
Okay,
keep
let's
him
put
here.
in the extracts as well.
Yes.
We're using vanilla as well as almond
Okay.
extract.
And look at this bad boy. This is my vanilla. He's several years old. Little murky.
Ooh.
I have just re-upped the vodka, but I literally keep the beans inside. I also love to like fish around. Then I'll take him out. Let's just add a little vanilla bean action. Watch this.
Yes.
He squeezes out the bottom. Look at that. It's so good.
Vintage.
Yeah. Get him in there. He's more on the vodka side because he's not so aged. Do a double.
So we're gonna add a little bit of almond extract, which is gonna give that really nostalgic flavor.
Yeah. It tastes like Christmas.
It does.
It really does taste like Christmas.
Yeah, the best sugar cookies. So we're really only gonna be mixing this for maybe 30 seconds.
Yes.
So let's see how it looks.
Gorgeous. This is the part I really liked last night when I was making. I was like, oh my gosh, this batter is just so, look at him.
Yeah.
He's so gorgeous.
It's
And then we
light
have,
and
we'll
fluffy.
wipe this little guy off. We have buttermilk or kefir, any sort of like cultured, delicious dairy product is gonna work well. If you are in a pinch and you do not have kefir or buttermilk, you can actually take whole milk and add a little bit of vinegar. It's gonna get chunky. You can do lemon juice too, but you want is that acid mix, and that helps to keep your cake tender.
And it reacts to the baking soda in the batter.
And okay, can we just talk about like breaking the rules in baking and
Yes.
cooking? Just because you saw it on a Food Network show
Yes.
20 years ago doesn't mean it's a standard end-all be-all for how you cook and bake.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like for example, right now, I am going to be alternating
Yes.
the dry ingredients with the
Yes.
wet in 3 parts, starting and ending with the flour. That's like
Yeah.
every single recipe, but I'm telling you right now, you could go half, full, half, and it'll be just the same. Why? Because usually those rules were made before standing mixers.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
So let's do it like that now.
Okay, let's do it. Boom.
We'll just eyeball half. That's probably good.
Perfect. Perfection.
And this part right now, we're gonna be
Nice
really
and slow?
like on and off. Otherwise, it's just in your face.
Oh, that's smart.
I know, they don't have the right speed if otherwise.
There should be a pulse on a KitchenAid.
Thank
KitchenAid.
you.
Should we have pulse? Come on, guys.
All right, now we can go all the way in, and then we'll just stream the buttermilk
Yeah.
in. Or the, what's it called?
Kefir.
Kefir.
You guys, I'm like a weird kefir person. I love it. I feel like it's like a weird old remedy. If you're sick, drink kefir. If you have tummy upset issues, drink kefir. It is this
You have like
cultured.
an old wives' tale
Yes.
thing about you.
I got Mike literally onto drinking kefir. He had a sinus infection. I'm like, drink kefir.
Okay, so this is the thing. Someone was like, I heard drinking buttermilk is good for you. I'm like, what?
If it's cultured,
kefir.
it's the culture.
Okay.
It's the natural bacteria.
The rest of the dry ingredients. Just a little pulse.
Love it.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we are gonna mix this for probably 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay. So
Too much will make it tough. Not enough is gonna make it maybe sink. All right, this batter is looking so
Oh, it's
good.
beautiful.
Look how fluffy it
Yeah.
looks. We have a lot of the air that we beat into the butter in the batter.
I'll take that from you.
Okay.
Okay, that's so good. And then we buttered and parchment. And the only reason we have parchment in here is because the girls over there are very thorough and amazing, and because Karlee's here in her honor. But
I do
if you
parchment it.
If you don't parchment, you're fine. It's okay.
It is actually fine. It pulls away from the sides. It pulls
It
away from the bottom
does, it
because it
does.
is a really high moisture content.
Yes.
It really doesn't have a hard time getting out of the
Awesome.
bowl. Yeah. We're gonna
it's so
eyeball
good.
half the batter.
It looks so cute.
Why does this stuff make me so happy?
It is. It's like therapy.
It is. Ugh, I don't want to talk about it.
I do.
It really,
Back burner.
just a few pats on the counter
Yeah.
is all you need.
These are amazing. And into the oven they go. second part of it, almost time for lunch. We're making Granny Thora's glossy fudge frosting.
I'm so excited for this. I love a glossy chocolate, and I haven't seen this made before.
Look at this. I want to show our little camera dudes. Do you see this glossy, gorgeous? Duncan Hines could never. So we're headed over to our gorgeous little range here. We've got our beautiful copper pot. What we want is to add a cup of butter and get that melting. Thank you, darling. I'll give that to you. We're gonna melt our butter. So first up, we're gonna add our cocoa powder, just unsweetened cocoa powder. And then listen, the recipe calls for unsweetened baker's cocoa. I didn't have any, so I'm a rebel. We're gonna go with chocolate chips and our sugar, 1 cup of sugar. And it's wild because you think, how is this ever gonna be frosting? How is this like melty mess ever gonna turn into frosting? But be patient, grasshopper. Okay, so now that we have the frosting over here in the land of where we can see things, we take our heavy cream. Okay,
This
so we
is
add the
beautiful.
frosting.
Okay.
We add this,
Okay.
and this is
So
when
you're
it starts
thinking-
to turn.
You're thinking you lost the plot for a second.
Yes, yes.
But no, you haven't.
You haven't, now watch.
Okay.
So now we're just gonna take the frosting,
Oh, fun.
pour
It's
'em
like a little
into-
temper moment.
Yes. Okay, so as you whip the frosting, it sort of thickens and cools off. You can use it as a glaze now.
Oh my gosh, a glaze!
A glaze, yes, you get like gorgeous glazy, and the gloss never goes away, which is so fun.
Okay.
We are choosing to use him in his truest form, which is frosting form. So look how pretty.
So
It's
gorgeous.
really a rich frosting, but it's light at the same time.
It's very
Very
palatable.
rich, very palatable, but it's got like body to it.
Yeah.
But there's something.
Body, yada, yada.
Yes, but there's something like really light about it. And then look at how pretty.
love
Good
this.
job.
Oh, thanks.
And talk to us about your crumb coat method, like, because if it's me, I gotta be honest with you, I am not gonna do the sides because I'm terrible at it. I'm just not the greatest at side frosting, but you are gonna show us some little tips
all
and
you
tricks.
really need is a very, very thin layer
Okay,
on the side of the cake, and that's just gonna act as a glue for all those little crumbs.
okay.
So once we have the crumb coat, now we're just gonna swoop it on.
Yes.
Just like this. We want it to be messy.
Yeah.
Not chaotic.
But just,
Messy.
there's like an effortlessness about a homemade cake.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. I will choose a homemade cake over like a bakery style perfect cake any day. Like I want the swoops, I want the
Yeah.
bits all over the edges.
Yes.
That's what I
want a
love. I want that
surprise.
birthday cake that's like loving and
Yeah.
you made it, your grandma made it, your 9-year-old made it. Like that's what I love.
This
was
fun.
so much
Thank
fun.
you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. You know what? There's nothing better. I feel like every friendship, get
Yeah.
together, bake a cake, make a cocktail.
Yeah. I'm scared with the knife movements, but I'm
You like this?
overall very happy and safe here.
I love this. Okay, here we go. Slice in. Oh. It just cuts not like a homemade cake. Wait. Give
Get
me
in
this bad
here,
boy.
Chase.
Get on in here, Chase. And listen, I don't care who you are. The smear
Yeah.
of the frosting that comes down the cake. I know it's not like photogenic.
I love it. I keep
it
in
means
photos.
it's gonna taste incredible. We're going for it.
This is not a set bite.
It tastes like it should. And you don't taste the almond. You literally just get like this delicious, I'm at my grandma's house, cake bite.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Well, thank you so much for having me. And I think that you're going to be putting this recipe of mine on your blog, right?
I am.
Okay, great.
We're marrying it with Granny Thora's fudge frosting.
Yes.
Karlee has a Substack. Subscribe.
I would love it.
You guys, until next time on Rustic Joyful Food. Thank you.
Aw, thanks.
I love you.
I love you.